Welcome to The Bottom Line Up Front, the podcast that cuts through the noise to deliver distilled insights from today's most important technical webinars, presentations, and demonstrations. Designed for federal and military IT leaders, each episode breaks down complex technologies into mission-ready takeaways so you get the key points fast. Whether it's cybersecurity, cloud architecture, or emerging defense technologies, we highlight what matters most and how trusted integrators like ATPGov can help implement and operationalize these solutions across your agency or command. No fluff, no filler, just the bottom line up front. Today, we're breaking down Elastic version 9.4, the latest release of the Elasticsearch platform, and more importantly, what it means for mission systems, cyber operations, and data-driven decision-making across federal and DoD environments. So if you're dealing with AI workloads, cyber analytics, or large-scale observability challenges, the information in this episode is really important for you. The biggest technical shift here is Elastic positioning itself as the context layer for AI systems. And as we know, AI models are only as good as the context they can retrieve securely and accurately. So that means that Elastic's agent builder enhancements include skills, which are task-specific logic modules, and connectors for products like SharePoint, OneDrive, and others, as well as semantic metadata layers across data sources. This also brings about improved context handling in the form of summarization, compaction, and offloading for our long AI interactions. By doing so, Elastic is solving a core problem. How do you give AI systems access to classified, multi-domain, high-volume data without losing accuracy or control? As we know, this is especially relevant for intelligence fusion, mission planning systems, and cyber threat analysis. And this leads us to a conversation about where the real innovation in version 9.4 is. It's really about observability at scale. Elastic's latest version makes a very aggressive move in metrics and observability. It now includes native Prometheus and PromQL support, time series ESQL for unified querying, as well as TSDB improvements. We're seeing up to 2.6x more storage efficiency and up to 30 times faster querying versus Prometheus alone. And this also includes unified logs, metrics, and traces in a single platform. What Elastic is doing here is they're pushing towards one data platform for all observability signals without any trade-offs. Because mission systems today run across hybrid clouds, tactical edges, and they're still on-prem, and they generate massive high cardinality telemetry and require real-time correlation across domains. When you're comparing to other tools, you'll realize that those tools fragment logs versus metrics, they break under scale, and they increase costs exponentially. But with Elastic's Agentic Kubernetes observability, they're able to deliver AI-driven root cause analysis triggered automatically and provide hypotheses as well as next steps before an engineer even opens the dashboard. And that's absolutely critical for zero trust monitoring environments, Cloud One and Platform One ecosystems, as well as tactical edge observability and environments with limited bandwidth. But Elastic hasn't stopped there. Their next big push is working towards an autonomous SOC. And in version 9.4, they've been leaning heavily into AI-driven security operations. And part of the updates include native automation, which means saying goodbye to your standalone SOAR. By using Elastic workflows, you can automate triage, enrichment, response, and case management while running directly where the data lives. They've also employed an entity-centric security model. This means a single authoritative identity record per user or entity. This also means entity resolution across systems. That means Active Directory, Entra, and Okta, dynamic watch lists for high-value targets, and proactive threat hunting leads. By virtue of all this, we also eliminate one of the biggest problems in cyber, identity fragmentation across systems. So the goal here is to move from alert-driven SOCs, which are reactive, to entity and behavior-driven SOCs, which are proactive and predictive. And that's critical for insider threat detection, APT tracking, and cross-domain identity correlation. Now you might be thinking all these fun new features are just adding more performance headaches to the environment, but actually Elastic has made some major backend improvements which are worth noting. Elastic 9.4 is capable of GPU-accelerated vector indexing using NVIDIA CUVS, which means up to 12 times faster indexing overall. GPU acceleration also enables faster AI model ingestion pipelines and scalable semantic search across Intel datasets. Disk BBQ vector search improvements lead to faster query latency and better efficiency, while ESQL improvements in Elastic 9.4 allow you to query unmapped fields as well as subqueries and approximate queries. One of the most important things about 9.4 is also the FIPS 140-3 full stack compliancy, which is a hard requirement for many agencies by the end of 2026. Elastic 9.4 is powerful, but it is not plug and play in a federal environment. There are some things you need to watch out for. Your challenges will include things like integrating across legacy systems, maintaining security and compliance boundaries, and operationalizing AI safely. So what's the bottom line up front? Elastic 9.4 represents a major shift from a search platform to a full AI-driven operational data platform. Elastic is now acting as a context and retrieval layer for AI agents. It unifies logs, metrics, traces, and security data, and it introduces automation and agent-driven workflows directly inside the platform. Translation: this is about closing the gap between data, insight, and action, something federal and military missions have historically struggled with at scale. So if you take away nothing else from this episode, remember that Elastic is now an AI data platform, not just search. It's becoming the retrieval, context, and execution layer for AI-driven operations. Observability is consolidating into a single system. Logs, metrics, and traces are no longer separate, and that's critical for mission scale. Security is shifting to automation and entity context, and the future of SOC is automated, identity-aware, and AI-assisted. And don't forget that performance and compliance are enterprise ready. With GPU acceleration and FIPS 140-3, this latest version of Elastic is ready for regulated and mission-critical environments. So if you're evaluating AI infrastructure, observability modernization, or security automation, Elastic is the platform to watch. And as a trusted integrator and thought leader, we help agencies design end-to-end Elastic architectures, integrate with existing missions, and accelerate adoption while staying compliant. Be sure to reach out to ATPGov today at www.atpgov.com or email info@atpgov.com or check us out on social media on LinkedIn. Thanks for listening, and be sure to subscribe to The Bottom Line up front wherever you get your podcasts, and stay tuned for more distilled insights from the front lines of tech and national security. So until next time, stay secure, stay mission ready.